Let me tell you, if you want to identify with the Caucasian group, of which I am a member, you are not welcome. Let me tell you.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, class, quiet down, class. We have a new student. Everybody, shut up! We got a new student. I want you all to meet Treasure. Treasure is a nice young lady, and she's going to tell us a little about herself. Treasure, would you like to tell the class a little about who you are?
I'm white. I'm a Caucasian because everything about me is different from an African American. I have naturally straight hair. My hair isn't nappy. It doesn't require weave. My nose is not giant as like African Americans. My lips are perfect. They're not too big and they're not too small. Like, they're just perfect. My ears, I don't have black people ears because they're really giant. Most African Americans speak ghetto. But when it comes to black people, I think they're all ugly and I have nothing in common with them. I'm different from African Americans because I'm white. My figure is just like Kim Kardashian, and she's a wonderful role model. I act and I think like a white person instead of a black person. I believe that I'm completely and utterly better than them. Like, we're on two different levels. Like, okay, African Americans are here, I'm here. White people act and think just way more mature than African Americans. Black people, they think in a criminal way. When I think about African Americans, I feel like asking them, what is wrong with them? They're really dangerous. If an African American is on the same street as I am, I'll cross the street to avoid their chaotic, thuggish ways.
Are you okay?
I'm irritated.
I'm sorry.
I just know that I'm white. I mean, she might not know that I'm white, but I know that I'm white. I can feel it through my veins. I feel it through my blood. I tell my mom I'll never be like any of those Negroes. My mom tries to criticize me about my supposed race. I tell her she's just ignorant. There's nothing wrong with my views or beliefs because I have freedom of speech and everything I'm saying is true.
Oh my God. Okay, what's up, y'all? It's Drummer828, and today we're going to talk about Treasure, who is in fact a young, what appears to me to be a young black girl who's about 16 years old. And she has set the internet on fire recently with her appearance on Dr.Phil, where she claims that she is a white person, and not that she identifies as white, that she is white, and her points on why she's white are the most ridiculous points I've ever heard. It's enraging so many people, and I gotta be completely honest, it's hilarious to me to watch this. One of the funniest things out of all of this was Dr. Phil's reaction to Treasure.
Let me tell you, if you want to identify with the Caucasian group, of which I am a member, you are not welcome. Let me tell you.
Wow. Wow.
I never in a million years thought we'd get a soundbite of Dr. Phil saying that. This is priceless, and I think that's where Treasure got her name, because Treasure, that little bit, that little sound clip, that is indeed a treasure. But anyway, she's been going around, she's all on the internet now, she's doing posts on YouTube and talking about this whole thing, and on how she thinks she's a white person, and her reasons for being white are the most insane reasons I've ever heard anybody give. It sounds very much like somebody just trying to be a stereotypically racist white person. It should be painfully obvious to everyone that this girl is just straight up trolling, but somehow people still haven't figured this out. I don't know how many times we gotta beat our head against the same brick wall, but I mean, we've already gone through this with Lil Tay. You remember her? She was doing a whole thing. There was a little Asian girl pretending like she was hood, and she was, yo, what's up? Yo, I got stacks, I'm moving bricks, and all, just saying all this shit. And she made a huge name for herself on the internet doing that.
Lil Tay out here balling in the IA. I dropped 200 racks on this car, and I'm only 9 years old. I got the keys to this car. See this? These are butterfly wings. Y'all haven't seen this car in your lives. I've been driving this around the Beverly Hills area, and I'm only 9 years old. I got no license haters. Y'all ain't doing it like Lil Tay. This is why all y'all fucking haters hate me, bitch. This shit cost me $200,000. I'm only 9 years old. I ain't got no license, but I still drive this sports car, bitch. Your favorite rapper ain't even doing it like Lil Tay. This Lil Tay, let me tell y'all something. This shit costs more to your rent. My toilet costs more to your rent. Everything in my bathroom costs more to your rent. And see, this is my closet. Everything here be designer. Gucci, Louis, Versace. And also, when I was 6 years old, I lived in Atlanta and I was broke as hell. But one day I woke up, I said to myself, I ain't gonna be broke no more. So I got up and I started working hard, moving bricks, and now we be living in the hills. See that view? Y'all don't have that view.
And even before her, we had Whoa Vicky, this like suburbanite white girl that was claiming she was from the hood and that she was really black, and she was doing the most like stereotypical black things that she could possibly come up with, and they're all ridiculous.
I'm finna slap this bitch. He said I'm not black.
Slap her, nigga.
I just wanna, cause I've been getting a lot of comments talking about cultural appropriation, but I just wanna give y'all my take on it coming from a black girl. And like, well, first of all, I'm not taking nobody's culture because I'm black, honey.
Lord, baby. Look, excuse me, y'all. We seem to be lost. This is a white girl with a do-rag, baby.
What you mean white now? Black. White
Black.
my hood, bitch.
Bitch. Oh, no. Yo, chill out. Yo, chill out. Oh, no.
This whole thing is ridiculous. So now, what do we have? We have Treasure. Treasure, who's doing the exact same thing as Lil Tay and Whoa Vicky, but in reverse. Now it's a black girl that's trying to do the most stereotypically like racist white person thing that she can come up with. I find this to be hilarious. There's a lot of people that are taking it seriously and they are pissed and they're raging on the internet, and it's just this sea of outrage that's flowing, and this girl is getting so much publicity off of this. If she wanted to be famous by any means necessary, then mission accomplished. But I know some of you might be thinking, you know, how do you know that? How do you know that she's lying? How do you know she's not really just crazy? I mean, all it takes is just a little bit of research. You can find that Treasure's sister has come out on the internet and exposed her for being completely full of it.
Okay. Thank you. Since Treasure was trolling, do you know if she came up with the idea of saying she hates black people herself, or do you think... Nope, she came up with that idea for attention. She came up with that idea. Where do you think Treasure's behavior come from? From the neglect of my mom? What's your sister's fascination with white people? She's looking for attention. She knows the race topic is a sensitive one that will get a rise out of people. Did you watch Treasure's Insta post saying she only had one sibling? Of course. I mean, I've watched it before she blocked me. But Treasure has 6 other brothers and sisters on my mom's side. And she has, her biological father has some kids of his own. Were you able to sleep last night after the live? I slept pretty decent. Has your sister come at you? Not in person. She tried to call me last night, but regarding Treasure, I do not want to speak to her on the phone. If anything, I'd see her in person and probably whip her ass. I gave her whoopings all the time coming up. So, I mean, I'm her big sister. So it's like, it is what it is. Okay. Did Dr. Phil have a... Dang. I think Dr. Phil is to blame. Because he gives these kids a platform. Does your sister know she can get hurt? I know she can get killed. I know she can get killed. Is the brother... Everyone's lying. Everyone involved in that special, my mom, my brother, and my sister are liars, and they all need to be called out. And if you guys like really want to know some like the real, is my sister slow? I think she is. There's something not all there. She just doesn't comprehend. Like, she's 16 years old. She doesn't comprehend. She is not a natural racist. She never was. And wasn't even raised like that. Was raised around black people all her life. But I think there is some self-hate there. What did your brother lie about on the show? About pretending that Treasure was a racist. Does she know that it's on site if... Well, it's not just a Beehive member. It's everyone who wants to see her. Does your brother speak bad about it on Insta? My brother doesn't really have an Instagram. Not that I know of. Well, he does. He does, actually. But he don't really post, or I don't really follow him. She's looking for a comment yet. But she's not going to do it off disgracing my father's name, who I was more... No, it was not real. So your mother... They're all doing it because they wanted an all-expense paid trip to California. Tomorrow, right now CPS is closed, but tomorrow I'll be calling them, giving them all of her information. Honestly, I could put Treasure's all of her information out there. But that's a scary thing to do because they're now people who want to kill my sister. And she just does not come. Where y'all mom? My mom's, where y'all from? Oh, I'm from Detroit. Thank you for exposing her. You're welcome. I am fully for Black beauty and showcasing, and I feel like what she's doing is just, it needs to be stopped immediately. So it's like, she's doing it on like something that I'm very active on. Nobody wants to kill your sister. They're all taught. You can't trust today's day and age. You cannot trust it. Why would you call CPS? Because she's on the run from CPS. She is basically a criminal. She hasn't been to school in years, and her school would call and leave phone calls looking for her, saying where she's at. My mom lost custody because she was going to go to jail because Treasure stopped going to school for a while. She's like, she stopped going to school. CPS started looking. So now she's supposed to be going to juvenile. And she's supposed to have been in juvenile for a while. She was supposed to be locked up. Yes, our whole family is from Detroit. All of this was just for an all-expense paid trip. They did not get paid anything. They just were flown out for free and, you know, be able to eat what they want and stuff like that.
Her own sister had no idea that this was something that Treasure was gonna run with and run around and tell people that she thinks she's white. It's completely manufactured. It's fake. Her own sister had no idea this was even about to go on. She knew she was going to Dr. Phil. She had no idea why. Then she saw the episode and was like, what the hell? Now what I think happened is probably Treasure had this bright idea to do the exact same thing as Whoa Vicky and Lil Tay. Just flip it and reverse it, and mom went along with it, knowing like, hey, maybe my daughter can like be a somebody out of this because it's working for these other girls. Like, the quest for fame in today's society is so sick and so desperate that people will take bad publicity over no publicity at all. Kids today are absolutely, they're just desperate for attention. And some are figuring out how to get it. I mean, right now, it's late 2018, and we live in a culture of outrage. Everyone's offended. Everyone is pissed off. Everyone's got to get on the internet and type their comment about, this is what I think about this. I can't believe you would do this. This offends me to the core. Blah, blah, blah. And this is like a marketing technique. This is outrage marketing. That's all this is. And I gotta hand it to Treasure. At 16, she was smart enough to pick up on all this, and she's run with it, and it's working. She's making a name for herself. It's not a great name. It's not a great reputation, but if all you're after is fame, well, then she's doing it. And the baby boomer generation and the elderly, they're just, that's the main audience that watches Dr. Phil, and they're just dumb enough to eat it up. They believe it, they see it at face value, and they believe everything this girl is saying. Now, my prediction is that at some point, she's gonna come forward and she's gonna admit that this was all just an elaborate troll. She might try to put the spin on it, like, you know, I was just trying to give, you know, white people a taste of you know, what they've been doing with Lil Tay and Whoa Vicky and blah, and you know, whatever your motivations are, whatever you claim they are, I know your one motivation is attention, and she's getting it. She's doing exactly what she claimed to do, and the dumb public out there is dumb enough to accept it at face value, give in to the hate, give in to the outrage, give in to their own, like, I need to voice an opinion on this. So who's the real idiot here? Is a girl that claims that she thinks she's a white person even though she's clearly black? Or is it the people in the public that actually believe that she's telling the truth when she says that? Anyway, that's all I got to say for this video. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. If you want to keep in touch, you want to see what's going on with the channel on a regular basis, I put out a lot of updates on Twitter. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at drummer828tweets. And also coming up, I'm gonna be having a Patreon live hangout session with all the people that support my channel on Patreon. So if you want to be part of that, be sure to hit up my Patreon. There's a link down in the description box. It should be fun, you know. We'll pick a topic, or we'll have some stuff lined up, and we're all just gonna hang out, talk about it. do a little chill session. You know how it goes. But anyway, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. I will talk to y'all later. See you on the next one. Peace. Hey, this is Drummer828. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It really helps the video survive on YouTube. Also, subscribe to keep up with the channel, and turn on the notification bell to instantly find out about new videos. I make music, motovlogs, comedy, live streams, and anything else I feel like doing. I want to give a special thank you to my Patreon supporters: Reamce, Breakdanceexpress, EarJuice, Mr. Borscht, Becca NevaMind, and Gigs. Their support keeps this channel going every month. Thanks, y'all.